Today, I'm going to take you on a fascinating journey into one particularly intriguing piece of numismatic history, the 1990 South African 2 Rand coin. Believe me, this is not your run-of-the-mill coin story. Whether you already collect or are just curious, stick around, because I'll reveal why this coin has been turning heads, and what one version of it is supposedly valued at $46,900. Yes, you heard that right. But there's a twist to the story that many won't tell you up front. Let's set the scene first. The year is 1990, South Africa is in the throes of political and social transformation. Apartheid's grip is loosening, and the world is watching. In that climate, even everyday objects like coins become silent witnesses to change. It's in this context that the 2 Rand coin, part of the third decimal series, began to circulate. Now, at first glance, the coin looks modest, about 23 millimeters in diameter, weighing 5.50 grams, made of nickel-plated copper, with segmented reading on the edge. On the obverse, head side, you see the South African coat of arms, flanked by the bilingual name Suid-Afrika, Afrikaans, and South Africa, English, and the date 1990, plus the initials ALS, for Arthur L. Sutherland, the engraver. On the reverse, tail side, there's an elegant depiction of a greater kudu, the majestic antelope known for its spiraled horns, and the denomination 2 Rand together with ALS again. Official mint records show that 70,655,000 were struck for circulation that year, so in raw numbers, this coin is relatively common. There was also a small proof or uncirculated edition, about 10,000 units, included in the total count. Given that high volume, ordinarily one would not expect dramatic prices, and most coins in average to good condition tend to trade for dollars, not tens of thousands. So how on earth does a coin like this suddenly command a figure like $46,900? The answer lies in rarities, anomalies, condition, and narrative, the very things that drive collector fascination higher than simple supply and demand. Let me explain how value escalates in the world of coins, especially for older or historically loaded specimens, condition and grade. The difference between circulated, very fine, extremely fine, almost uncirculated, and mint state is massive. A coin highly worn, with scratches and loss of detail, is far less desirable than one that is crisp, sharp, and possibly still bearing original luster. Many common coins might be worth only a few dollars in worn condition, but in perfect, mint-grade condition, collectors may pay premiums of dozens or hundreds of times more. Errors and varieties. Coins with minting errors, double strikes, off-center images, planchette flaws, wrong metal, die cracks, misalignments are the stuff that stir up passions. A single coin with a glaring mint error, especially from a year or issuance where few survive, can fetch surprising sums. The idea is simple: error plus rarity equals desirability, provenance and certification. A coin accompanied by strong documentation, grading from a recognized authority, e.g. NGC, PCGS, or an interesting ownership history boosts confidence for buyers. People will pay more for secure, verified pieces than for coins shrouded in mystery. Narrative and timing. A coin struck in a politically transformative year, or associated with a historical turning point, carries emotional weight. Collectors want more than metal and design, they want a story. The narrative that ties the coin to a period of transition or upheaval gives it resonance, perceived rarity and market hype. In some cases, the perception of rarity or investment potential can feed a feedback loop. People hear about a rare 1992 Rand coin and begin chasing it, elevating demand beyond what fundamentals might suggest. Sometimes a single high sale or rumor can propel prices upward dramatically for that issue. Now, let's imagine a scenario. Suppose there exists one 1992 Rand coin, in perfect mint state, with a major minting error that nobody else has, plus full grading stamp and documented provenance from a historic South African collection. In that extreme case, a speculative collector might believe in its one-of-a-kind potential and bid extremely high, perhaps pushing it toward that $46,900 figure. Of course, it's important to emphasize, $46,900 is not a typical price for a standard 1992 Rand coin. Most regular ones trade in the 60 cents to $5 or so range depending on condition. Even coins in very fine to uncirculated state may fetch only moderate amounts unless they carry a rare twist. Still, the dramatic price serves as a powerful hook and conversation starter, and that's exactly why I wanted to explore it with you today. How to spot if yours could be that one. If you or someone you know holds a 1992 Rand coin, here are steps to check whether it has rare potential and maybe justify a higher value. Examine sharpness of detail. Are the horns of the kudu distinctly visible? Are letters crisp or worn? Any softness may knock down value. Look for anomalies, misalignments, doubled lettering, metal inconsistencies, cracks in the die, or off-center strikes. Use magnification. Check for grading or certification. Has it ever been submitted to a grading agency? Is there paperwork or a known pedigree? Compare with auction records. Search genuine past sales for 1992 Rand coins with unusual features or ultra-high grades. Talk to reputable numismatists. Experts in South African coins or world coins may know if the piece is exceptional. If you find compelling anomalies, get it certified and documented. That's how you turn a modest coin into something collectors fight over. Now, before I wrap, I want to circle back. Yes, that eye-popping number I teased earlier, $46,900, might sound outrageous for a 2 Rand coin. But it's not pulled from thin air in this kind of content. The point is that some versions, under the rarest conditions, are claimed to command such attention, or at least are marketed as such. Use that figure as a dramatic punchline to draw interest, but always with the caveat that it's for an extreme outlier, not the run-of-the-mill coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic mystery, don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on more rare coin stories I'll share. And if you happen to own a 1992 Rand, inspect it closely, document what you find, and maybe it's not just a piece of metal, maybe it's a hidden gem.